Hey, what's up everybody? Today we are taking a hands-on look at the Gaahleri GHAD-68 airbrush, and this model was provided to me from Gaahleri for review purposes, so I do appreciate Gaahleri reaching out and allowing me to take it through its paces. So let's take a look at this and see how it performs. The first thing you'll notice about this particular airbrush is that it has a pistol style grip. It's not the usual top button you press down on. This one has a trigger and it feels more like holding a mini spray gun. I wasn't sure how I feel about this at first, but it turns out it's actually super comfortable. So if you're doing a long paint session or your hands tend to cramp up with traditional airbrushes, this grip is a big deal. The whole thing feels solid in the hand, well balanced, and just easier to control over time. The trigger feels super smooth and it's got a nice two-step feel to it. You press down slightly for air, then pull back to start laying down paint. Once you get used to that rhythm, it becomes second nature. Inside the box, you get two different cup sizes for your paint, which is great if you're switching between small and larger paint jobs. You also get two needle setups, so you can use the one that fits what you're working on. Swapping them out is straightforward and doesn't feel like a chore. The airbrush connects to your compressor like any other, nothing fancy there. And once it's loaded with paint and you're set on air pressure, you're ready to go. Speaking of air pressure, I found it works best in a moderate range. Around 15 to 25 PSI felt right for about everything I tried. It all depends on what type of paint you're using and what job you're doing. So you might want to play around with your setup to figure out what works best for you. Once I actually started painting with the airbrush, I immediately noticed how consistent the paint flow was. You know how some airbrushes can sputter or get stuck when you're trying to go slow? I didn't have that happen here. Once I found the pressure sweet spot and thinned the paint just a bit, everything went on smooth. I felt I had really nice control without having to adjust constantly or fight against the airbrush. And with this, I didn't do anything crazy or special with the prep, just a little bit of primer and some coat underneath just to get a good finish on this. And as you can see, everything seemed to turn out pretty good. Cleaning was just as easy. I didn't need special tools or anything, just the usual rinse and wipe routine. The cups clean out quickly and the nozzle comes off without having to muscle it out. The inside of the paint cups is smooth, so there's no weird spots where paint likes to hide. That makes cleaning faster and less frustrating. The build feels like it was designed to be used often, and it doesn't punish you for that with extra cleanup work. All right, so I guess we've arrived to the point of who is this airbrush actually for? And I think that if you're a beginner, this is a fairly forgiving, easy to set up, easy to use airbrush that you can't go wrong by. If you're intermediate and looking for something a little more, and maybe you're tired of the old school style and want something a little more comfortable, this could be it as well. With the larger cup on here, definitely would be good for those who do larger projects such as terrains or full-on hanger bases or larger models. This could definitely up your game there, because not everyone comes with a larger cup like this airbrush does. I can confidently say that this delivers consistent results and it's not going to break the bank. And I can't reiterate how much I just really like this trigger grip. And I mean, it's just such a simple design, but it really does change how I view airbrush now. So yeah, if you're in the market for a new airbrush or just looking to step up from that beginner airbrush you may have picked up, the Gaahleri GHAD-68 is definitely the airbrush to do that for you. You can get some really high-end quality out of this without paying a high-quality price. If you want to pick up one of these Gaahleri airbrushes for yourself, go ahead and check the link below. There'll be a discount there for you if you use that link, and it also helps out the channel here. And as always, thank you very much for viewing. Go ahead and do me a huge favor, click that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, because we're going to have more reviews rolling out all throughout the year.